The Barbs are fighting back, but look, there's another source of aluminium on the African coast that we're going for, and I actually just found that there's like loads in the desert. 2 oils, oil, aluminium. We need to just settle this desert wildly. Let's go scout it out. We've got a bit of spare gold at the moment. It could be quite handy, and I tell you what, 50 production in a 3 population city, please. Can we get this done? Can we get this finally done? This Setia city is not the production hotspot that it once was, but I am still loading it up. Let's get some more traders in. This is probably the city that is going eventually to produce all of my nukes for me. We need a nuke center desperately. Each bomber does barely any damage. Like, my 110 strength is just not enough to really be doing that much to the Macedonian cities at all. But when you have 5 of them, it adds up quickly. Plus a level 4 battleship over there just hunting the cities down from the other direction. Another source of aluminium. Maybe this settling needs to stop for a second because I now have 2 more planes worth. I say it like it's a really big, exciting thing. It probably is less exciting than I'm letting on, but to me, it's a big deal. Come on, Falcon, get him. We need to keep taking these cities. Don't stop. Never stop. Ooh, brutal. Of all of my cities, the AI just put a spy into Caesar Augusta, a really small city on the French border, and then removed Liang. It only had 1 promotion, but that actually now means that it's now falling to the court of love. That's both the most random and the most genius spy play I've seen from the AI in some time. Wow. Hey, you have to celebrate it. Oh, let's just check in with space. You can see everyone is going to space all over the place now. Spain has gone to the moon, and they also have unlocked Mars. Oh dear. And they've also unlocked smart materials. This is not good. The Ottomans has also just unlocked smart materials as well. Fabricate Scandal just failed. That was 16 turns. 16 turns my spy has been in there. I love spies. I love them so much. Oh well, maybe I can just conquer my way out of all of my problems. Maybe. There's another city taken from Macedon, and again, it's for 700 gold each time I take one. That's the one that really does matter. Oh, another Barb outpost as well. 700 gold. Late game. Oh, it's amazing. And some more aluminium. Can I also say, after the slight embarrassing timing a few series ago of the joke I made about the poor recently deceased Matthew Perry from Friends, I'm going to feel even worse now because I've been stretching for 1 more era score. There's 1 turn left and I am stuck. There is nothing repeatable. There's nothing I can do this turn. And then I saw Matthew Perry I can buy with gold to give me 1 era score. That's perfect. And his ability will steal me somewhere like Bologna or Geneva or Fez or Hattusa, some really, really well protected city-states. He just buys it for me instantaneously. Yep, all respect to you, kind sir. You will be so useful this game. You could say, could you be any more useful? No, you couldn't. Rakadent has fallen. 1 more city now for Egypt. Well, here's an interesting one. This is the modern era. Everyone is in a golden age except from Egypt, Byzantium, Poland, the Netherlands, and Macedon's in a dark age. Dear oh dear, how rubbish for you. The amount of production that I'm getting through from Heartbeat of Steam, for me, this is by far the best option, although to arms would be really handy for my future wars with like Gaul or France. Oh, that's smart materials. 5 turns on smart materials on Bursa. Oh, I'm going to give them an embassy. Hopefully I'll be able to see where all of their other cities are building. But I think there's a lot of spaceports here, you know, at least 1, 2, 3. Where are they on the tech tree? They are already up to here. Spain, Germany, and the Ottomans, I think, have already unlocked the booster project that we could have a very limited amount of turns. Fine, I'm going to go to arms so that if I do need to declare war, I can. I'll tell you one thing I do need to do. That is defeat and destroy Egypt here because they are slowing me down. I need to pull my entire army north, and I'm going to have to attack the Ottomans, which is the most unbelievable thing. How many turns? I've got 5 turns on my alliance. Oh, I can't see myself surviving this attack. It's going to be horrible. Oh, that's not good. -10 all of a sudden. Oh my lord. Okay, I need to put another governor in this city as quickly as I can. Please let me keep my city. I don't want to lose it to Eleanor. I might have to go and... I mean, Eleanor was a target that I was thinking about, but I mean, this is the problem. Now that the Ottomans are heading on the 4th project, I feel like that's the direction I need to go. Well, Congress time. I've been having to sell all of my favor, which is what it is, isn't it? World's Fair will join in on. I will vote Ottomans to win this vote because I believe they have the most points. Oh no, Hungary. Hungary has the most points. We'll vote them instead. Ban production in it? No, I'm going to 50% 10% discount on coal power plant because I'm still building them, and I'll say no tourism from writing. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter what's passed. World Congress is not very interesting to me at the moment. Double sculptures, banning coal power, and okay, so we've got 1 point from that. Fair enough. Combined arms, how much uranium did I pick up? There is some in one of my conquered territories. Is that it? Is that honestly all the uranium I've got? The good thing is that there is a lot in the world and the AI's picked up a ton, so they will trade it, which is rare in a game, but it's quite useful. There's 2 sources in the desert there and another source that I can pick up, so that's all lovely. Some on Corsica, some between my 2 cities in the Alps, perfect, and none of the other sources really mattered to us. Okay, there is enough. There is enough for me to utilize. My first railroad, it took me a long time to get enough coal to do that, but we finally have enough coal coming in per turn. Now look at this. Look how many envoys are in this city-state, okay? I only have 4, but now the wonderful Matthew Perry comes in and bam, game has to think about that a lot. 12 envoys and everyone else loses everything. Oh, that's perfect. That is, I think that must be a record for the best Matthew Perry use I've had in this game so far. Bologna on my side is huge. It means I can move my troops through. It means that I don't have this sort of entity attacking me in the middle. That's really cool. Goodbye, Egypt. Goodbye. I would say you were a worthy adversary. That would be sort of fair. I mean, they did have a lot of armies, which was a bit of a problem. But what they were was an incredibly useful conquer. I've got a lot of resources and a lot of era score from sending my army down here. So, you know what? There are some really, really good advantages. I'm actually thinking of taking Jerusalem now and then this free city, and we'll start working up to the north. Gilgabro, he refused my friendship, and now I'm thinking of exerting revenge. Like, I am as much of the bro as Gilgabro is. I feel like I've been abandoned by his charming ways. Like, I don't know how to feel about this. And when I get confused in Civ, I tend to deploy bombers in vast quantities. I feel like that's a fair reaction. I don't know. Maybe some people wouldn't agree, but it's just how I deal with things. I'm not entirely sure why this has happened, but last time I checked, the Ottomans had about 4,000 military strength, and now they have 168. Now, every single one of their cities is building military. You can see modern armor, modern armor, modern armor, nuclear submarine, anti-tank crew. No, sorry, modern anti-tank. There's a huge amount of troops being built. So where did they all go? Did the Ottomans get them all killed? That's unlikely. Or did they run out of money and they all got disbanded? That could happen, and they're on 1,000 gold per turn now, so I would be reluctant to say that's what it was. You do see the AI fluctuating its army very, very heavily. Germany is on 5,600 military strength. I mean, just look at how long their turn takes to load. Germany are actually using planes to attack Gaul now. This could be bad news for Gaul, but it's kind of handy because it connects our borders in a weird way. Germany are coming to get me, and I quite like that. Look at the amount of tanks. German tanks rushing through the Low Countries. Who would have thought it? The biggest problem I've got is that in 3 turns, this exoplanet project is finished, and my alliance doesn't end for 3 turns, so it will probably finalize before I can declare war. One of the main things that I'm doing is just investing now in an aircraft carrier force. I have run out of places to put my planes, and if my Macedonian army is going to have to divert and not go for Germany, but go for the Ottomans, I can use islands to hop about a bit, but I will need more bomber space. I'm starting to build a lot of research labs now. I really wanted to wait until Cold War, but I'm just gonna spend a couple of my envoys. Do I spend it? Damaris and Eleanor, what are they? Monarchy, that's what I am, and Eleanor, where is she? Digital democracy. Okay, that's fine. So I was just thinking about getting that +3 science from research labs, but I will wait. I will wait until containment. Painful. You can see the decision making in my head, right? Ursa desperately tries to be patient. It's not a natural look for me. Oh, this is what always happens to scouts. Look, I got a new ranger from a tribal village. I'm just gonna go and investigate down here, and suddenly it's like bombard, line infantry, musket, 3 field cannons. How about no to all of that? I'm running away. Yeah, this will make me a few enemies, I know, but Jerusalem is now mine. It's worth more to me, the gold, and also a new little airport. That's actually quite useful, and plus one of the main reasons. Look at that, more uranium. Goodbye, sweet Pella, the capital of Macedon falls. Another acquisition for the Roman Empire. So, I mean, I know we haven't really got a Mediterranean Mare Nostrum sort of situation, but I do own Carthage area, I do own Egypt, I do own Greece now, so yeah, there's a lot of good about this. I'm feeling like I have achieved a fair bit. I just got told that a survey has been completed of the world's cities, and it declared that Madrid was the finest city of the world. And when I came to have a little peek, sure, it has a spaceport and a national park and the Apadana, some lovely things, even a beautiful holy site. But what's that I see right outside it? It's university. I don't want to say that I disagree with the science, but Madrid is not the best city in the world. I refute that instantaneously. At least, at the end of the day, I now have a source of uranium. I'm sorry, what's that? What is this? You come after my uranium source. Oh, cheeky Ottomans. Cheeky. Fine, you know what? We're going to be at war with you in a second anyway. I might as well just use this Egyptian army to come and deal with that city. It saves me the 3,000 gold for the settler, and then I gain another 700 for taking the city. So, you know what? Maybe I should be thanking them. Building around the Mediterranean now, and I think the road actually continues extending. Yeah, it does. All roads still lead to Rome. Liberate to Egypt. No, I don't think so. Okay, so the fourth project has now been finished by the Ottomans, but they don't appear to be doing any of the booster projects yet. They don't? Oh, they do have aluminium. I don't trust this at all. Big turn for me, this one. Cold War. Okay, Wisselbanken is really handy, but now I have containment. This doubles envoys as long as I have a different government to the AI that is suzerain to a city-state. We like that. We like that a lot. So we need to look at targets, and specifically, I need to think about how I'm going to utilize Kilwa best. So Geneva is not suzerained by anybody at the moment, so that doesn't work at all. Tamiris has Hattusa. Tamiris is a monarchy, so she's the same as me. It will not work. Fez, on the other hand. Now Fez is good because Fez is quite protected. Getting to Fez is really tricky. And Eleanor, now she's got a tier 4 government from memory. Yep, digital democracy. So every envoy I send to Fez will count as double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should give me another 7 to 18, unless it doesn't count the one at the end, in which case I'll end up with 17. We'll see how that goes. Bam. Yep, politics is a battleground, and I now control Fez, which means I'm now getting 15% bonus science across my empire. That is really good. I'm going to fork out 2 more envoys to Hattusa to make sure my research labs are firing. Now I'm up to 917 science. This is far too late, but this is the science that I should have been on. Oh, I feel like it's too late. We've got nuclear fission. That is brilliant. Setia, I'm sorry, I've just made you a little bit less happy, but if I give you a zoo, will you forgive me? Probably not. Manhattan Project, 10 turns. Oh, we need to massively boost the production in that city. And we got a real choice here. Either I go for fascism to get the extra combat strength, which is really, really quite important, especially when I think it applies to firing nukes. I'm pretty sure it does, but communism would give me a bit more production and the extra science, as well as having more of the very useful economic policy cards, which are the best ones. But there's probably more military ones that would actually help in the combat. So we'll go for totalitarianism for now. 3 military academies. How have I not conquered 3 military academies? That in itself is an absolute mystery. Now what I need to do is 1 turn of trading, because this is where the game blows up. It absolutely blows up irreversibly, because I am about to declare war on the Ottomans, and they were a level 2 ally, which means they will very justifiably be able to call a betrayal emergency, the only emergency that all of my allies can jump in on. I don't mind trading with them. I'm just going to seize as much gold up front as I can. This is basically it. This is Civ 6 brinkmanship. I know that I'm losing. It's my only play. I haven't got Manhattan Project finished just yet. We still need to work on the actual nuclear weapons, but I do have an absolute ton of bombers and a fleet led by Zaf. If there's anything that I need in this game, it should be that. Now, unfortunately, I have seen the Ottomans do have nuclear submarine fleets and armadas. That's bad, and in 3 turns, they've built about 1,000 military strength. All of these things are bad. All of these things are very bad indeed. Oh, but ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you need to do silly things. You need to break eggs to make an omelette, or in this case, some Turkish delight. Oh no, Golden Age War. This is like the game is going to have an absolute meltdown now. I'm going to try and lock as many people into alliances as I can. Not that I think it's going to make an absolute difference at all. Look, Arabia weirdly, will go in with me. So I'll make them a military ally for now. I mean, it's not going to make a difference. Portugal have a cultural alliance? Yeah, they'll pay for that. And as I take one more city from Macedon this time, we think, how are we going to strike? Do I go straight in on Bursa? Well, I mean, I need to name it Bursa Ryan. That in itself is the rule, right? We'll try doing this as much as we can. Unfortunately, the Ottomans have severely high steel walls, and they probably have enough industry to put an absolute amazing air force into the air. So we'll see how much of this we can actually withstand. But they also have spaceports, which means I don't have to build them. That in itself is really, really good news. I'm going to hold my destroyers in the gaps here to try and stop my navy being destroyed. Not that I think ultimately that's going to work in the long run, but you never know. I'm going to need a second aircraft carrier. Oh, I've got so many planes. I mean, this is not a problem, right? Having lots of planes should never be considered to be a problem, but I need to get them in range. Yeah, we'll strike. We will strike hard and quick as fast as we can. Do I go for stealth tech or do I go for giant death robots, which is going to be the better play here? In order to get the nukes off, I need the nuclear submarines, don't I? We said this before. That's the only thing that's going to have enough strength to be able to nuke someone like Germany. So I'll focus on that for now. But I think we have just started what I would like to affectionately call the beginning of the end. Let's see. Can I survive it? Can I survive the absolute meltdown of this game now? It's one of the biggest problems I have with the Ottomans in this war particularly is the rate they can pump troops out. It's quite frightening, and missile cruisers are not very polite at all. My battleships can to an extent fight them back, but we don't really have any admirals. Getting one may prove to be a little bit problematic. We'll do our best, but yeah, we might find this a little bit difficult. Unless my frigate can kill the missile cruiser. Oh, go on. Yeah, it can. Who needs up-to-date units? I tell you what, the other thing, yeah, not only have they got spaceports, but there's campuses everywhere, and that's a stadium. These are really, really powerful buildings. I think there are aquariums down. Any city I can take from the Ottomans, any city at all, is going to be a huge, huge boon for me. You know, it's a little bit of a Hail Mary, but I'm going to put 5 envoys into Granada. This is in the middle of Spain. They're probably going to get killed, but Alcazars, you've seen the appeal of my territory. This is a really good way of getting myself a little bit more culture and science. Plus the era score helps a lot. Military emergency failed against me. That's 200 Diplo favor, which of course I think the best thing I can do with that is sell it all immediately. My entire economy is just being pumped into planes. Planes, army, nuclear warfare, anything I can get my little mitts on. I tell you what, these 2 sources of aluminium in the desert, that's worth 4 more planes. So we're going to have to go and escort a settler there, but don't worry, I have a ranger, the most useful troop in the game. That'll help me do this. And I tell you what, actually the anti-tank crew is fairly legitimately useful. So let's go seize those aluminiums. This is it though. Have I actually knocked Bursa down to the point where I can take it? Go on, do it. Oh my goodness, I took a city from the Ottomans. Yes, and I boosted space race because now I have a spaceport. Of course I do. The loyalty on that city is what I would call atrocious. Even with Victor in, we're going to lose it in 5 turns. That's not good. But I've got Torre de Balam. I've got Colossus. That's a really good city. That is a really good city. Oh, that is also a tank in the sea. We don't think that's a good idea. Next target, Erzurum. I need more planes. Like, I've got, my planes are doing good. They are good planes, but I need more of them in the air at any one point here. The attacks are barely scratching. I'm building spies, which will help increase my combat power, and fascism itself is going to help a huge amount in the same way, but it's all about just the sheer number of attacks we can get out at the moment, and it's just not enough. Oh, exactly 1,000 science per turn though. God, we are racing through. It still doesn't help that we haven't got any space projects in the air yet, but now we at least have a spaceport. I mean, it's a terrible spaceport in a city with no production, but at least it is a spaceport. Another source of uranium. It's my uranium now. Just a few little things to note for future wars. Germany has a bunch of jet bombers, like a lot of them, and France has fleets of tank armies. Again, like so many of them, it's ridiculous. This city's a little bit easier to hit. It's right in the middle of all of my bombers, so there's a lot more in range. That's nice. A lot of my bombers are just out of range. Oh, the jet bomber upgrade would be really handy. No matter. We'll cope, but it would be handy to have better units. Oh, that's a nuclear submarine fleet. We don't like that. Please get lost. Tell you what, this doesn't normally happen, and Spain will probably have a huge fleet, but look at every single one of these offshore wind farms on their land. There is so much pillaging to be done here. I might send some submarines this way. Actually, to be fair, nuclear submarines I've almost unlocked. I might see if I can chuck a few of those out. But yeah, no, this is really cool. Oh, we have a modern armor counterattack. Luckily, I've managed to get quite a bit of the steel wall up and running, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. That looks like Italy, or is that Greece? Greece. Okay, that's not too bad. I don't mind that, as long as it doesn't take out my aluminium. My alliance with Hungary has expired. Are Hungary going to win? No, is the short answer. Attacking them makes no sense. I would rather keep them on side. I need to keep the few friends that I have. I tell you what, Mary Catherine Goddard would be amazing. That's +3 combat strength with everyone. And for bombers get so few opportunities to get combat strength. That would be a really big deal. 8,000 gold? We can pillage that. We can pillage that. I should do more pillaging. I really should do more pillaging, but that is another city. Please be loyal. Oh, it's almost loyal. It's almost loyal. And actually, once Victor establishes itself, it will be loyal. Perfect. I think Adana is next, and that stadium will make a lot of things happy around it. And look, I'm actually keeping the offshore wind turbines. I haven't unlocked those, but they count as just improvements that I can keep. This is look at Pergamon. Look, there's so many. I need to unlock better boats rapidly. Where is the policy for all boat building? It's got to be somewhere. Oh, no, I've already got it. International waters. Next turn I need to start spamming submarines, put raid in. Rome, you need to join the party. Build a canal. It's not on the front line, but the Ottomans, do you remember they settled a city just below Egypt? I've got it now, and with that 700 gold, I'm going to spend immediately 295 of it to unlock a source of uranium, which I will unlock and use next turn. That will end up being weirdly useful for me. Totalitarianism. Let's do it. Let's embrace our dark side. It's the only way we're going to win. The honorable traditions of the past will absolutely become corrupted in every way known to man. So we've got to balance happiness and everything else. Martial law gives us less war weariness and more loyalty. We've also got monarchic legacy, which was a huge source of our diplo favor, but I can't get any of that stuff. Instead, Bisselbanken has to come back in. This is pretty much my main source of production for my nuclear projects. Levy on mass is good. Forced modernization is very good. Third alternative is culturific with a bit of gold. Total war is really good pillaging. However, I also now want international waters. So what is going to get upgraded there? Levy on mass. I've kind of replaced that card with a bit of culture from there. It's not the perfect government, but for now it balances gold, upgrading, combat power, and the ability to just mass produce nuclear submarines, which I really do need to do. Science from artifacts. But if I skip on Mary, then who knows what's going to happen after that. Oh, Stephanie. Stephanie is next. She is a scientist I would love, but Spain's getting 120 points per turn. Maybe we can pick up Stephanie. I don't know, but that would be amazing. That would be an amazing way back into the space race. Got Angelica. Maybe should I just sell my great works? I don't know. We're balancing about 500 ideas here, and all of them involve having, quite frankly, disgusting amounts of gold. The rule is this: if the city is on the sea, it builds a submarine. If it's inland and it's got a campus, it does projects. We're going to balance everything nicely here. It's my usual favorite thing. My bomber is outnumbered by this core of tanks. Oh dear. Oh, that's so much better. 115 combat power is almost meaning that I'm doing almost double damage to the walls just because of the way that it's changed how it calculates slightly. This government is invaluable when you're at war. It really, really is. However, I realize now my big problem is that I've got no land units to go and conquer cities. That will have to change, but it's good. This is actually doing damage now. Oh, actually, I've got a tank that I can bring from this front line to the other. So we do have the troops. They're just in all of the wrong places. There's nuclear submarines. Okay, any submarine I've got has got to get promoted. We need to build an armada at some point. In the meantime, I think rocket artillery could be good, but I think jet bombers are probably more important, and then giant death robots after that. Do you think giant death robots are so dangerous because they can't hear? I think that might be it, you know? It's very sad. Very sad for them. Every barb camp I clear in the desert, by the way, it's still 700 gold. It's worth using my tank cores to kill these man-at-arms and things that are running around. Something a little bit concerning. Madrid is now putting the 4th project up. That would be the second person to do that. What just happened? Oh no, a mechanized infantry just killed my anti-tank crew. No, Barbs, you can't do this to me right now. That's not fair. I need this aluminium. You've got to let me claim. There's 2 sources of it in this desert, and it is too important. So don't mess with me. Do not mess with me, please, please. Time to start pillaging, and Zaf, lead the way. Lead the way. 600 gold on a single pillage. That's good. Did I mention at the time that I was now on 50 cities? We actually hit the 50 mark, and score-wise, what that does is it actually pushes me very close to the clear leader of the game at the moment, which is Germany. Whether that will make, in any way any difference at all, I don't know, but it doesn't look like the Ottomans have the ability right now to put any of the booster projects into the air space-wise. They've been distracted by this war. They are having to churn out battleships, modern armor to try and stop me. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Military emergency? No. Betrayal emergency? That's a really bad one. City-state emergency? Equally bad. We could have the triple emergency declared on me at the moment. That would be horrific. Namely because my poor computer would have to process the implications of a triple emergency in one go. But 3 times? Oh, that's a lot of combat strength that would be penalized against me, to put it another way. Yeah, between those emergencies, I believe pretty much the entire world is now at war with me, apart from Hungary. Oh, there's always one brilliant person. Look at this betrayal emergency. We knew this would happen as soon as we declared on the Ottomans, but we had no choice. They were winning. All right, we're now very, very unhappy. We have no luxuries, but I can trick the game. Maybe a little bit if, like, for instance, Germany would peace out with me. No, sometimes you can peace out with people after. Spain would technically peace out with me, as would Macedon. I'm not entirely sure I want to peace out with either of these people, but yeah, happiness is a little bit more of an issue. Let's just hold on for a bit. Let's hold on for a bit. What are the implications of this? Right now, people are going to try and liberate Jerusalem. There is no issue with that at all. I have -2 combat strength. Oh, against the Ottomans. That is annoying. Okay. And the betrayal emergency, I have -3. No! Oh, the Ottomans didn't sign that one. Okay, that's fine. So against some people, like France, for instance, I now have a -5 penalty, but everyone else I can just about cling on to. Well, this is where we confidently say, we do what we can. Oh no, Byzantium are at war with me now. Ah, that's annoying. Adana has fallen. However, oh, I've just seen my gold. It's lost about 500 per turn. We are very much in the situation where the only gold we're going to get is gold that we pillage or steal from combat. So keep an eye on that. That's a lot of fun. Okay, France now has units all around my territory, which isn't great, but I have a lot of defenses. I'm not too worried about my defenses. Somehow Byzantium now has 102 strength. I swear you have no science. Oh, they do have no science. 51 techs. I mean, admittedly, I've only got 60, so they're barely behind me, but oh dear. Oh, yeah, the Ottoman Armada is appearing now. I have a lot of troops, and it's just being produced at such a pace. First stage of my plan, though, and this undoes the -3 of the emergency. This is Mary Catherine Goddard. Another diplomatic visibility with every civ. Easily worth the extra gold. And here's a nuclear submarine. Who has Venetian Arsenal? That would be a really, really good pickup for me if I could somehow get it. Where is... Scotland's got it. Okay, maybe not. Can I just really just skim my tank around and take Bursa? The second Bursa. 2 Bursas. Oh, we can. We did it. And to celebrate, this amazing one, will be named Bursa Rhine, just so we can tell Bursa and Bursa Rhine apart. It's important we do. Why is this city so happy? What have you done? Oh, Golden Gate. Golden Gate helps. Now we've got the stadium going as well. Oh, yeah, actually, this is a really, really happy place to be. Oh, this is too much Navy. Too much Navy. Please go away. Especially you, Mr. Battleship. I am trying very hard here to kill this city, and I do not like your anti-air. Thank you. Rudeness. That's what that is. Rudeness. Oh, these improved bombers. Now we have the bombing strength. I'm happy. Do I just take the city or do I pillage? Oh, there's a lot of pillaging here, and I think it's worth the gold. I'm now saving up 32,000 in the next 11 turns. Can we do it? It's unlikely, but I think maximizing gold is really important, because otherwise we're not going to have the production to build the spaceport and then all the projects after. We still need to win. Yeah, sure. We're stopping people from winning, and that's great. That's wonderful, but that only gets us so far. We have to win ourselves. +3 combat strength against Ottomans. Oh, these are the things that are now building up. 118 strength bombers now. So with all of these emergencies, looking around the map, one thing is immediately very apparent. We are being attacked on every single single front. And now it is crucially important that I pick up lasers, because lasers give me missile cruisers, and missile cruisers have the highest range strength of any non-giant death robot unit in the game. If I have missile cruisers and I upgrade my already amazing battleship, this is Armada, so it will give me 107 strength and it will increase my city attack to that. That will massively help me to keep everybody safe. Hopefully. Well, we can only hope, can't we? Oh, Bursts of Ryan actually got hit. The Ottomans are trying to take that back pretty quick. That is bad. That means the walls can't get put up. That could be problematic. Our bombers can rip through their units. They have no oil. Every single modern armor has -20. That is unfortunate. But whilst we wait for lasers, we still have force modernization. So what I'm going to do is quickly just unlock and upgrade these observation balloons to get ourselves the 2 drones. And then every bomber in our nation will get upgraded simultaneously to a jet bomber. It'll take a turn out of our offense, but it's adding a beautiful +10 and an amazing chunk of range to every single plane we have in our empire. This is huge. Gold is increasingly important. We really have to make sure we get as much pillage done as we can. Satellites boosted. Nice. Manhattan Project is finished. Well, annoyingly, all of my traders are being destroyed all at the same time. I don't like that. That's annoying. So I go straight for the nuclear device. I think actually having some of these nuclear devices are going to be really handy. Check out this crazily pointless little desert city. It's not crazily pointless. Oil, 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 aluminium, aluminium, all within range. This one city can provide 4 jet bombers and 6 destroyers or missile cruisers or whatever it is. It is an amazing city, and I've also now got another source of aluminium here. Okay, we need to pillage. We've already got access to 2 more jet bombers here, and then we'll get another 4 over here. That's huge. And resource management. I need more jet bombers. We need to get, actually, let's work this out. That will take us to 14, 16, 18, 27 aluminium per turn. I can take that. That is okay. Oh no, that's a lot of nuclear submarines lurking around. Oh dear. All right, first thing, we need to try and get some gold. How are we going to get some gold? Is there any pillage that we can undertake? You know, thinking about it, one person who's not going to win because they've just, for whatever reason, stopped doing all the projects is Germany. And I need trade partners. Please, please, will you make peace with me? They won't make peace with me. Spain, I can't make peace with. Macedon is not, important in the grand scale of things. I'm going to give you 2 gold per turn. Okay, now we've got somebody else to trade with. I need enough gold to upgrade my armada. And there we go. Look at that. You're willing to pay so much for luxuries. There you go. I'm not giving you too many, just some. I own the coast. That's good with me. Yeah, this city is going to be annoying, and this one I would like to keep in my lands, but what can you do? Now, nope, I still need another 100 gold. There you go. See, look, peace is good in small doses, eh? Missile cruiser, 765 gold. It's expensive, but it's worth it because now all of my city strikes are 107 strength. That is a lot more powerful. Oh yeah, especially if we find tanks that haven't got oil, we can smash through them. This is better. We now have a defense, ladies and gentlemen. The highest it is possible to get, I think. Might not be right in that, but I think I'm fairly right. Now let's get rocketry. We can unlock the spaceport. We can try and actually win the game now. 131 strength jet bomber attacks. Look at that. +6 intel on movements and +5 from fascism. Oh, that is a lot better. Ignore the Ottoman troops. Jump straight for their cities. In the midst of all that, Rome finished its canal. Yay! Now let's get a war department. And my units can heal every time they get a kill. That'll be a good thing. Like this sort of kill. Haha! Oh, France. Now you're taking my city with loyalty and you've got a bomber. That is not on. That is double not on. The good news in all of this is that we are still invading, we're still advancing, and we're still taking cities. That is the good news. Got a long way to go, but it's all good. 700 gold. Hey, 700 gold goes a long way. The bad news is that, look at this. Constantinople has not only a battleship in 3 tiles around it, but there's also a surface-to-air missile within the city. And there's a missile cruiser armada in Halep. Let me just show you the sort of trouble that causes. This is a promoted jet bomber, and it loses about 80% of its health if I were to hit that city. Rocketry. Oh, finally. Let's immediately go onto satellites, then nanotech, and we'll panic from there. Maybe. Oh, look at that. My intrepid reporter says Hungary is seeking a science victory. Everyone's seeking a science victory. It's literally what everyone's doing. Oh, dear. Oh, Oh, everyone's trying to get Stephanie as well. Please, please let me. The looting now begins in earnest. Please give me everything you have. 600 gold a pillage. We need about 20 of these to guarantee we get Stephanie. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Trabzon is taken. I mean, there's a jet fighter in there, but now there's no jet fighter. And that's what matters. Amasea is also taken. Bam. Oh, this Ottoman land is beautiful. So productive. And for whatever reason, Halep is now totally unguarded. They decided to move their boat out of there. Sure. I mean, I guess it's a very expensive boat to just be sitting in the city not doing anything, but little did they know, I mean, that's basically the most defense they've ever put up against me. Oh, there is the missile cruiser armada. It has appeared randomly and ferociously, but I have a feeling it has a severe oil lack here because I'm able to just sort of shunt straight through it with a destroyer and get era score. Okay, Idan. Another city that falls. Oh, we're doing this now. Do the Ottomans have any more spaceports? I don't know if they do. You know, no, they do over here. You're too dangerous to be left alive. This is the problem. They're currently traveling 0 light years per turn, but any project will just resume that. I would love it if I could allow them to live. It would make my life so much easier. You know, I've just realized War Department is a luxury. I can't go for it. I need to rush this project through as quick as I can. I have to go Royal Society. Think about it. I need to be able to get my actual projects, the Earth satellite, the moon landing. I need to do them all quickly, and there's no more great people that are going to really help boost apart from Stephanie. And if we can get really lucky and get Verma von Braun, we actually do have Mausoleum now, so we could use Verma von Braun twice, but it's very unlikely. So yeah, I'd love the War Department, but Royal Society, we have to do it. That's compromised territory, that is. That is real compromised territory, but we have to focus on the victory. It's the only thing we can do right now. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boyzoro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Esri Dax, Deeble Time, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy Zersa, Zaf. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!